Hello and welcome. Last session, we showed you how to eat healthily and asked you to keep track of what you eat and drink. This session, we will go over how to add exercise into your life. This will help you work towards the two goals of this program, which are to lose 5% of your starting weight and exercise for at least 150 minutes per week. Before we start, have you been tracking your weight and nutrition? Did you use My Healthy Plate as a model? Did you eat more slowly and mindfully? If you had trouble, don't let it get you down as long as you are following the program more often than not. More importantly, did you complete the questionnaire or talk with your doctor about your physical readiness for exercise? If you didn't, please make sure that it is safe for you to exercise. This is very important for your health and safety. Here are the questions we asked you to consider last session. Has anyone in your immediate family, such as your mother, father, sister, or brother, had a heart attack or died suddenly of a heart-related disorder before age 55 for men or 65 for women? Has your doctor informed you that you have a heart condition or heart disease or have had a stroke? Has your doctor informed you that you have diabetes or a lung disease such as COPD or asthma? In the past 1 year, have you had chest pain when you engage in physical activity or when at rest? Do you ever experience dizziness or even lose consciousness? Do you have any bone, joint, or muscle problems, for example, in your back, knee, hip, shoulder, or ankle, that could be made worse by participating in exercise? Do you take tablets for high blood pressure and either continue to have poorly controlled high blood pressure, or do you not follow up with a doctor on a regular basis? Are you pregnant? If you are, please speak with your doctor about an appropriate exercise program, as this one is not designed for pregnancy. Do you know of any reason why participating in this program or any other physical activity might be harmful to your health? If you answered no to all the questions, you are ready to start exercising. If you answered yes to any of the questions, consult your doctor before you perform the exercises we suggest. Tell him or her about the questions to which you answered yes. You can tell your doctor you will start by brisk walking for 30 minutes a week. Each week, you will increase this by 30 minutes until you are exercising for 150 minutes per week. Before we discuss exercise, there are also some safety issues that we need to address. While exercising, if you experience uncomfortable pressure or pain, discomfort in your torso, neck, arms, or jaw, severe nausea, shortness of breath, feeling lightheaded or faint, and irregular pulse or palpitations, take a rest. If that feeling does not go away after a few minutes, call for help and go to an emergency room. Let your doctor know about the incident as soon as possible. If you get sick or aren't feeling well, put your exercise on hold until your doctor has given you the okay to exercise. If you are injured and cannot exercise, remember to stick to your nutritional plan, avoid sitting, and, if possible, exercise the limbs which are not affected. Be sure to drink plenty of water before, during, and after exercise. Avoid walking during the hottest part of the day from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You may get heat stroke if your body is not used to the heat. Symptoms of heat stroke include headaches, cramps in your legs, and clammy skin. When walking in hot weather, reduce the intensity of your exercise. If possible, walk in the shade. Cover yourself with a cap or sunscreen if needed. If you are walking at night, walk in brightly lit areas and wear bright clothing or a reflective vest so vehicles can see you. Now that we have discussed your safety, Let's talk about physical activity and exercise. Physical activity is any bodily movement produced by the contraction of skeletal muscles, which results in more energy being used than when you are at rest. Walking to work and taking the stairs are examples of physical activity. Since these activities are low intensity, they may not improve your overall fitness level, but they will increase the amount of energy you use, which helps to burn calories. Exercise is a type of physical activity that consists of planned, structured, repetitive bodily movement done to improve or maintain one or more components of your physical fitness. Jogging for 30 minutes is exercise. Because it is planned and structured, you can keep track of how much you are doing per week. Exercising regularly will improve your overall fitness level. Many people avoid exercising or even thinking about it, but exercising doesn't require you to make a huge change in your life, and it offers major benefits to your health. To begin, let's ask ourselves a question. Why do we need to exercise? Does it help us lose weight? One reason why people become overweight is because of the imbalance between energy intake and energy expenditure. You consume more calories than your body needs for normal functioning and repair, and you don't exercise enough to reduce the excess calorie intake. As a result, these calories are deposited in your body as fat. However, exercise alone isn't a good way to lose weight because brisk walking for 1.6 kilometers only burns 100 calories. Cutting calories is a better way to lose weight, and you have already been doing that for the past few weeks. However, if you want to keep the weight off, you have to exercise. When you lose weight by consuming fewer calories, your metabolism slows down. If you continue to eat fewer calories, you will either stop losing weight as quickly as before, or you will stop losing weight altogether. Then, if you increase your calorie consumption, you will rapidly gain weight. By exercising, you can counteract the effects of a slowed metabolism brought about by weight loss by raising your energy expenditure, which stimulates your metabolism. The more intense your exercise, the more energy you expend, the more calories you burn, and the lower your blood sugar. Most people find that exercise helps them feel, look, and sleep better and relieves stress and anxiety. It also improves your stamina, fitness, joint stability, flexibility, and balance, as well as the health of your lungs, heart, and circulatory system. Exercise also lowers your blood pressure, glucose, and cholesterol by making your body more sensitive to insulin, which can prevent or delay various medical conditions such as heart disease and diabetes, and reduces your risk of stroke and colon and breast cancer. In order to improve your fitness, you should increase the amount of physical activity and exercise you do on a daily basis. Think of exercise as a path. The starting point is where you are right now. You will gradually add a small amount of exercise over time. Keeping track of and planning your exercise will help you develop a successful routine. Planning a week that includes exercise is very important because exercise does not just happen by chance. It only happens when you make the time for it. Your progression will be steady and safe, with increases of no more than 30 minutes per week. So start planning for exercise now. We have chosen brisk walking as the best exercise to start with because it's easy to do, can be done almost anywhere, and is safe regardless of your ability. You can also do it alone or with a friend. Now that you're starting exercise, you should learn how to evaluate it. One way is to use FIT, F-I-T-T, which stands for frequency, intensity, time, and type. The FIT principle evaluates your exercise based on how often you do it, how intensely you do it, how long you do it for, and what type of exercise you do. Let's start with frequency, which is how often you exercise. If you are just starting exercise, begin brisk walking for 30 minutes over the next 7 days. Increase this by 30 minutes a week until you are exercising for 150 minutes a week. This means that you only need to exercise for 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week in order to meet the exercise goal of this program. Intensity is how hard you exercise. If you haven't exercised before, you should ease into it, which is why we recommend a low-intensity exercise such as brisk walking. As a comparison, you can think of jogging as medium intensity and running as high intensity. You must condition your body to exercise. Doing too much exercise when your body isn't used to it may result in musculoskeletal injuries and heart problems. Evidence also suggests that people who aren't used to exercise may reach a limit earlier than those who are used to exercise. Do not do too much, too hard, too often, too soon. Give your body time to adapt so that it can go further. When you're brisk walking, the intensity of your walk should be faster than a stroll, to the point where you breathe heavier than usual, but not so fast that you can't talk or have trouble breathing. During exercise, pay close attention to how hard you feel you are working. This feeling should reflect your total amount of exertion, physical stress, and fatigue. Don't just think about one element, such as leg pain or shortness of breath, but concentrate on your total inner feeling of exertion. Try not to underestimate or overestimate your exertion. Be as accurate as you can. An average pace for brisk walking in Singapore is given in the Documents section. We will return to intensity once your body has had time to get used to brisk walking for 150 minutes a week. Next, let's look at time. The best way to make sure that you exercise is to plan for it and set aside specific periods of time. You can exercise for one 30-minute session or 3 10-minute sessions. For example, in the morning, afternoon, and evening, you can take brisk 10-minute walks. Research has shown that exercising in 10-minute portions throughout the day burns up at least as many calories as exercising in one block of time. So think about when you have at least 10 minutes to brisk walk. Are you a morning person? Or would you enjoy getting out for a walk during lunch or after dinner? On your calendar, write down when you plan to exercise. As with eating, do the exercise at the same time every day so that it becomes a routine. If you develop a routine, you are more likely to exercise consistently. Don't wait for exercise to happen. Make it happen. If you have a family, decide on an active family time when all of you can connect by doing the exercise together. One way to make exercise a routine part of your life is to make an exercise calendar like this one from the Health Promotion Board. We have recommended starting with 30 minutes of exercise, but if you already exercise, increase the amount of time you exercise. If you don't do any exercise, plan to do 30 minutes of exercise by the next session. If you already exercise for 30 minutes, exercise for 60 minutes. If you already exercise for 60 minutes, try 90 minutes. Remember that your goal by the end of this program is to exercise for at least 150 minutes per week. There are many types of exercises you can do. For general fitness, there are 3 types that you need to know. The first is resistance, which is commonly known as strength training or weight training. This includes moving joints against a resistance source, such as your body or weights. The purpose of such exercises is to build muscle and improve muscular fitness. Muscle burns calories faster than fat and can also improve your metabolism. Examples of this type of exercise include push-ups, chin-ups, dumbbell presses, and barbell rows. We'll return to this type of exercise in a few weeks. The second is flexibility, which is commonly known as stretching. This involves lengthening your muscles to increase the range of motion for joints and improve muscle and joint function. The third type of exercise is cardiorespiratory, which is commonly known as cardio or endurance exercise. This usually consists of simple repetitive movements involving multiple muscle groups over a period of time. The purpose of such exercises is to improve cardiorespiratory fitness. Brisk walking is one type of cardio exercise. Other examples include jogging and cycling, which are more intense than brisk walking. All of these exercise your heart and make it stronger. When you're brisk walking, be sure to follow good form. Warm up for 5 to 10 minutes before you start. This increases blood flow. Start by walking gently and then gradually increasing your pace to a brisk walk. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your back straight. Keep your hands in a loose fist. Keep your head high and look ahead. Take normal-sized steps. Cool down for 5 to 10 minutes after you stop brisk walking. This allows your body to return to normal. Stretch after walking to loosen your muscles. We recommend starting with brisk walking, but you can do other exercises that you prefer as long as they keep you continuously active for 10 minutes. Since we want you to develop a lifelong habit of exercising, think about and pick exercises you like. There is a map showing where exercise centers are in Singapore, so find the one closest to you or pick an area where you can brisk walk on a regular basis. Whatever exercise you do, keep track of it in iDet or your keeping track book, which we showed you how to use last session. Aside from exercising, also be sure to increase the overall amount of physical activity you do. One way to do this is to take the stairs rather than the lift. This may only take a few minutes, but every minute of exercise has an impact on your overall health and it adds up to a more active you. Other physical activities you can do during the day include getting off the bus one stop earlier than usual and walking home, or walking down the hall to talk to a co-worker instead of picking up the phone, or doing some stretches while watching TV. Find time during the day to squeeze in as many bouts of physical activity as you can. In general, avoid long periods of inactivity, such as sitting. Instead of watching hours of TV, take a 15-minute walk in the evening. Or exercise while you watch TV by walking on a treadmill. Exercising is a great way to unwind after a long day. In fact, you may find brisk walking to be quite relaxing. This brings us to the end of this session. For the next session, be aware of what you are eating and drinking. Keep track of it. Use My Healthy Plate as a model. Increase your physical activity throughout the day. Write down when you plan to exercise and be specific. For example, jogging for 10 minutes before dinner on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Exercise for a minimum of 30 minutes over 7 days. Write down what exercise you did and how long you did it for. Only record the amount of time you were actually doing the exercise. Don't include breaks. Next session, we are going to look at how to balance your caloric intake and your exercise output. Good luck with your tasks. Remember that they are within your control, so reassure yourself that you can complete them and be successful in this program.